Right, so this is our roundup of day one, SMC 23. What's caught your eye? What are your initial thoughts?
I don't think it's any different from World Model Expo,
No,
to be honest with you.
no.
I guess the competition might be because there's 2,000 fewer pieces.
Yeah,
And, well, I think the problem was I've only looked at like Masters briefly, so the quality is obviously really good.
yeah, yeah,
So I would say that the quality is just as good in the painting competition.
yeah.
I think the only difference I could see was they've moved the stalls around. There's
Yeah,
probably
so
more retail, maybe.
it's difficult to say because obviously retail's changed this year. There's a lot of people who we'd normally see who aren't there, but there are some new ones. I had a chance to try out the model game colour, the new Formula
Oh,
stuff.
of
That
course
was
you did. I've been
interesting.
saying it for a while, like
Yeah, and it's because you and I now mentioned it on the podcast
that you wanted to do it.
that I thought I'd give it a go.
It's really good they have that actually. Like that
Yeah.
they have the whole being able to play paint. I don't know what the hell
Yeah.
you call it. Test paint.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
But there's a few stores that I want to return to and have a quick look at in terms of retail. But
Did you plan to spend when you came?
only some small bits, and I've kept to that plan.
30
There's-
euros.
Yeah, yeah. There's no.
Are we allowed to publicly say?
Yeah, yeah. There's no big purchases.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more of the same. It's more the same.
I do think, obviously, I'm not trying to spend myself. I mean, I could. I've just got too much, so I don't need to spend at all.
No. And you've been remarkably restrained, but that's because we've been so busy as well.
Yeah, I've not had a chance to look.
No.
But there's something about seeing all the models in the flesh that's so much more appealing. So I guess if you don't know SMC, basically it's a large painting competition, maybe 2,500 entries, I think.
Yeah.
And there's two absolutely ginormous halls for retail, like huge.
Yeah.
The halls are hot, and it's difficult to stay in them for too long. But then
Yeah.
obviously do because you go after the event. Anyway, yeah, painting competition, retail, and then a huge hotel and centre and some woods around.
Yeah.
Just to give context if we didn't give any.
Yeah. And it's difficult to know how many retailers are here, but they're covering a whole range in terms of fancy, historic paints.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, there is a lot there, which is great. So that was the point I was getting to. Like,
Yeah.
when I browse online, you can, I feel like unless I know exactly what I want to buy, I can't find shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess.
I mean, there's even regular stuff that I've picked up today, like Winsor Newton brushes, because it means me having to put an online order.
Yeah, and then pay
I
for
can pick it up
postage.
and not pay for postage, and you've got it sorted. So for me, it's more a case of rather than the big purchases, it's all those little supplementary pieces like bits for your base, your plinth that you wouldn't normally have access to.
Yeah.
Come here, inspect them yourself, pick them up and buy. Obviously, miniatures and models and buses are a huge part of it. But for me, the real attraction is those things that you're not going to find online.
Yeah.
You're only going to pass by.
I agree, and you get to see them.
Yeah.
So like you know, it can catch your eye, and you can do it all in one place, which I think is
Yeah.
quite like oddly powerful.
And like I said, one place that I do want to go back is to Oliver Spath's stall. So he's been online on Instagram for a while. I've liked his stuff. I've bought one model, but he's
Did you
got
go on the course? Is that not?
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
but he's, in terms of his printed stuff, but he's actually got a full stall here for the first time this year.
Oh, I see.
And the stuff looks great.
Yeah, rather than piggyback. I've heard a lot of people. It might just be about hanging around with you, and you're talking about Spath more. But I feel like I've heard other people talk about him. But I guess the notable ones I could say were AK, Vallejo, those Necros, the pink girls. I'm trying to go a list of what's here. Basically.
Necro Galaxy.
Yeah, Necro Galaxy.
I don't know what I've gone Necro because you said Necro because we were talking about Necrons earlier.
Yeah.
Nico Galaxy.
Yeah.
Inkster, I can't pronounce it, but Inkster Art, which does all the female-centric.
Okay, yeah. I've
busts.
seen the Dragon Carl Riddick, or
Big Child Studios are here.
basically everyone's here, to be honest with you. Or the vast majority of people are here.
I've not seen Chimera yet, but Chimera must be here.
I've seen the T-shirts.
Chimera
done
because they're
to-
always here.
They are. They're at the back.
Right. Okay. So we need to go and see them.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, it's every kind of retail you can imagine within the hobby, I believe, or like 80% of the retail, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then there's obviously Dragonhead Models, which is probably the best model place in the world. And then there's all the painting competition. I do think, but most of all, actually, it's about meeting people. I find, because obviously you and I haven't entered, right?
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing this year. Is like I haven't entered. I thought I'd have more time, but as a result, there hasn't been that much time because the community members we've built up relationships with people year on year.
Yeah.
And what we're finding is we're stopping and talking to people every 10
Yeah.
minutes, which is great. It's great having the conversations, but
Yeah.
obviously in trying to get the footage to
Yeah,
get the
but
content
basically,
together.
if we weren't filming, it would
Yeah.
literally just be a social weekend surrounded by models in the competition
Yeah.
and retail, which is fucking great. But also, obviously, after the event closes, the event hall and the retail closes at 6. So and
Is
then
it 6, not 5?
yeah, 6. Oh, it might be 5.
Yeah.
And then we've got the bar, and you've got loads of places like this which you can't see now, but you know that you can go and relax with your friends. So I think it's just, I mean, it's great. It's social. I think there's not much to report that's different.
No.
Basically. But this is the first day, and I guess tomorrow we'll do a tiny bit of like coverage on the models.
Yeah.
Try and incorporate that in the video.
Yeah. And then hopefully get a chance to speak to some visitors and attendees and see what their thoughts
Yeah,
are
we've got a mini meetup.
tonight.
Is that what it's called? Mini meetup or mini
It is.
meet?
It is now. Mini meetup.
Mini meetups. Yeah. So hopefully.
So looking forward to that.
Yeah, very much. So we met 2 last night. 3. We met a few actually.
Yeah.
4, 5.
It's been great. It's great
Maybe 6.
meeting him in person. So
It's nice to put
looking forward to
a name on the face, isn't it?
yep. So we've got a couple of more hours. We're going to end this video now and get back in there and get some more content.
I've never done double thumbs up.
No.
So
and
that's
you could never
interesting.
do it again.
Yeah, but I also went. See you later, guys. Thanks.
See you later. Bye.